holy name. Y'all, I was led to do this today. Led to take a picture I had of him, take it and do this video with him on the picture. The reason I'm doing this with him on the picture is because he didn't want nobody. He didn't want people to know he was married. And he was in another relationship outside our marriage. But he was acting like he was trying, in other words, he was trying to phase me out like I exist. And, like people that knew me, he would lie and say I was sick. Uh, I'm crazy. Different things he was saying to build his case against me. His case against me was like if I died, he murdered me. He already laid the foundation for it. And he already had medical examiners, police officers, everybody in place that he needed to have in place to kill me and make it look like I did it to myself. That's what he was going to do. And he was going to use the police. The police force works with him to cover up this death. Because, see, it was a lot of money that was betted on my death. So he's the main corporate. Besides, his other whores he flew with. And then my sister, my sister Nettie, she knew about it. And she would talk to me, y'all, all the time. Mind me, she talked to me all the time. So I wanted to put this out here because I want to put his face out here. Because me keep talking about a story about a person, but I want to put his face out here. His name is Donald Godfrey Meeks Sr. He lived in Jetersville, Virginia. See, because he gets on the internet, he gets on these dating sites and hook up with different people, different women. He probably got children all over the United States and somewhere probably overseas too, because he probably get women fly in and he sleep with them in a hotel. The reason I'm doing this video too is not just to tell my story, but then, to tell other people, be watchful, because I don't want nobody else to get hurt. When I say that, I don't want no other woman or man to get hurt, because I can pick up that he has something. He has a disease, a transmitted disease that can go from him to somebody else. Now, when I exposed him on Facebook, then he started beginning to going around saying that I have a transmitted disease. I have HIV or whatever. Then it was a funny thing too, was saying that I have autism, an adult with autism. This is, the level of corruption that they would go through. This is for money though. I don't know whether you're able to go through with it first, get money, because God haven't told me that. I'm only saying, whatever God give me, that's what I say. But I wanted to put him out here and talk about him and call his name, because like I said, he want to sue me. I want him to sue me. But see, he's not going to sue me because he got all these crimes that he have committed. And I'm telling you all because I want y'all to stay away from him. You see him, I'm not saying like, hey, don't speak to a person or nothing like that. But I'm saying don't get close upon him. He work witchcraft also. He go to people that work witchcraft. He got women, men in a cult that he work with, that work with. My sister Nettie, she works witchcraft. She's a witch also. But see, God just been exposing things to me because I already had a funny feeling about her anyway. Because I already knew other things about her. And I knew she was jealous. So when people jealous of you, do anything. When a person jealous of your relationship and sleep with your husband, your sister, they'll do anything. Matter of fact, they'll do anything the man say because they so weak-minded. They know earthly good. That's what that's the word of God. But I don't want to talk about that neither. I think I can talk about that on the other tape, so it ain't worth talking about. It's just, water they say under the bridge was never going to come back this way, but stay under that bridge, locked and sealed away. But I'm just want to put his face out here. Because I remember times he never hardly wanted to take a picture, but I found out, the other women he went, he taking pictures with them. So, they was out, he out acting like, he would dine women and, go to hotel with women and men and, whatever. He was doing both of them. He got a transgender. I'm like this here, y'all. You want all that stuff, move on. Because, see, he know I'm not that type of person, but he can hide under the anointing that God gave me. See, long as he stayed under me, he wasn't going to be judged because I'm the one held back the judgment of God against him. But once I left and I spoke what God told me to speak over him, and I did what God told me to do out of obedience to God, because, see, I don't care nothing about no flesh. You know, I don't care about filthy flesh. I don't care who flesh. It is flesh is flesh. So, I just wanted to say that, and put his face out here. I want to keep putting his face out here. I'm gonna do that more and more because there might be other victims out here that's a victim of him. And I'm doing this here not just for myself to bring justice for myself, but then to bring it for other people. Okay, so that way other people would be careful. And then not just that, like the people around me. I would like for the people around me to know him. If they see him, well, they can call the police because y'all, he tried to kill me. So I want you all to call the police. If you see this person around the area, y'all know where I'm at. I let different people know where I'm at. So y'all know where I'm at. Call the police. Y'all see him. Call the police. Because I don't want him nowhere near me. I don't want somebody near me that try to kill me. That plot and plan on killing me. And the bad part about it, people that was around where we was living at, he was able to pay them and turn all them against me. Number one, I'm not turning against nobody for money. I'm not going to believe what somebody say about somebody unless I know for a fact that is true. But it's still not going to make me treat you or act funny with you. That's just who you are. You see, that's the way I see that. So what I'm saying is this here. This is him. Y'all see him, call the police. Because I don't want to be around nobody. I don't need no apology from him because he made his choice. Well, he, went along murdering people just for money. I don't have nothing to do with people like this. So call the police, y'all see him. And I'm putting him out here, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want nobody else to be deceived by him. That's my job as a person of the minister of the gospel, is to speak truth, to be honest and live upright, not these fake folks up in churches I've been through hell. From the pulpit to the door, they all doing the same thing, hoeing and lying and cheating and stealing from people. That's all they do. And want to cover up their, lifestyle. No, I'm not about that. I'm about righteousness. I'm about truth. I speak truth. I don't care what nobody else say, what nobody else do. I'm not into all that stuff. And then, the part about him, over and over again, I would say to him, anytime, like I said, before we married, if anytime I married, you want somebody else, you can have somebody else. We could divorce and we can move on. But he never did that. But see, on the end, what he was doing, planning on murder me, and he had set it up where people wouldn't be concerned about me because he was saying I was sick. So what I was doing, I would go to the store, do my regular errands, go to the store and think I was going to this place, I think it's called a belly trimming place or something. I forgot what they call, red light treatment, something they call it. So I was going to that. I go to the grocery store, go to Sam's, BJ, go get things for myself and my son. And I come back. Not him giving me money to get anything. No, I didn't get that from him. It's been so long, I'm saying, like I said, in 12 years, I know I got $60 from him. But like I said, that $60 probably some money he didn't borrow from me because he don't pay you back. He don't pay me back. Like I said, when he was sick, I put all kind of money out on supplies for him. He never, not one time, paid me back and got money, but he never paid me back. But he sent my sister money, though. The one I said he was cheating with, he sent her to my door. He had to impress her like he was important. So the part is this: I'm doing this because I want people to be aware. I want people to know what's going on. I want people to know my story because so many years I didn't say anything. I didn't talk. I didn't talk about what I was going through. I wasn't talking about how he, like I said, took my name wasn't on none of the vehicles. My name wasn't on the bank account. It was like I didn't exist. So that would have been an easier story for him to tell. He didn't have to go to DMV and change up everything. He didn't have to go to the bank and take my name off of the checking account or savings account or whatever. He was hiding money. Like I was saying before. Y'all, I don't want no money. He had a job then, but I don't want no money that he done stole from somebody or he done robbed somebody. He done scammed somebody. I don't want that kind of money. And that's why I said I thank God that I didn't never get any money from him because of the type of lifestyle, selling their bodies and all kind of stuff like that. They sell their body for money, and it's crazy, but that's the way they live. They live. That's what they used to doing. But but I understand my assignment, y'all. When you understand your assignment on the earth, like I said, like right now, I've been noticing, only a few people coming on. I used to have like right many people come on. But see, because now what they doing, trying to block my YouTube video, my Facebook videos, because they don't want people to know the truth. So they blocking everything. But God gonna make sure everything get out. And I'm not worried about it because the people gonna come and they're gonna listen to the videos. No matter what they call themselves trying to do, get in my they hack. They do computer hacking and all that stuff. That's illegal. They're gonna get arrested for that too. They're gonna get time. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna get them on the worst of charge where they can get more time. But see, he thinking he ain't gonna get no time. He done been slick all these years, paying. A lot of stuff he was doing. I had no idea because he was going doing stuff and I didn't know he was doing it because I didn't question God about it because I was like this. I had my ministry doing what I'm doing for other people, not concerned about whatever he's doing because that was not my concern. My concern became the place when God said, hey, he's trying to kill you. That's when I got concerned. That's when I had to wait. Okay, God, now what? Now what do we do from here? And that's when God gave me a way of escape from away from being around him. So high in his mind, he think I'm going to accept him back. After he slept with my sister, slept with other family members. Now high in his mind think I want him back. Please make me understand that. He wanted that lifestyle. I gave him that lifestyle 100%. Not worry about me, not have nothing to do with me. I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with him. I'm good. And it's a point of, I just want to do, make sure I put this out here. I want you all to be safe. I want you all to take this picture, this video, and circulate this video. When I put videos on here, it's okay for you all to circulate it and make your own videos. I'm okay with that. If you somebody that got a bunch of people on your channel and you watching my video, refer my videos. I will appreciate that. Where I can have more subscribers because I am trying to get more subscribers because I want to get the word out. I want to protect other people, as well as my family, just protect people, period. Mainly children too. They have these predators. They Masons fool with children. They sacrifice children. They rape children. These people rape children and the people cover it up. So I don't want any child listen to this video. If somebody touch you, not supposed to be touching you, you let your parents know. If your parents ignore, tell the police. You can't sit back and don't do nothing. Parents don't do nothing. Tell the police. And tell the police who did it. This is a way of protecting yourself. Parents, y'all need to listen to y'all children. Y'all, these men out here, y'all got out here touching y'all children. And y'all not saying a word. Open y'all goddamn mouth. If they touch y'all children, call the police. Ain't no man worth your child being abused. Sexually abused. Or physical abuse. However, that is not right. So, y'all, I get when they come, because see, I was raped before. and when it comes to as a child. So that to me is a sensitive thing for me, because I want rapists to be caught. I want them to be persecuted to the fullest choice, not put in a special institution. I seen one, I think, in Burkesville, Virginia, where they had built a special prison for rapists. What am I missing? They supposed to get special privileges after they done raped a child. You tell me that's okay? I'm talking about Burkesville, Virginia, Nottoway County, Virginia. They got a prison for rapists. What am I missing? Special privileges? Oh, no. They need to be in there with the rest of the folks. We're not protecting no rapists. I'm sorry. Virginia needs to be locked. Whoever over Virginia, over this correction institute, need to be locked the hell up. Who in their right mind gonna build a prison to protect people that rape children? They didn't think about the child when they raped that child, busting. Let me tell you something, Donald. I'm your worst nightmare. Because when you cross over the food with the children, that's when you really had a problem with me. I want you to know that you are dead to me. Don't ever come nowhere near me, because I don't want to have nothing to do with you, because you disgust me. The crimes, all this filth that you have done, you know what? Cheating on me, that don't mean nothing to me, because you cheated on yourself. You messed your own body up, not mine. But the point of children, raping children, into sex trafficking, drug trafficking, all this other stuff, no, I don't know you. I know you not worker of iniquity, okay? I don't know you. You are a monster. You are a child of the devil. The devil dwells in you. You know that lust demon you can't get rid of? That's what I'm talking about. See that the worship, that devil that you made a commitment to, or you told him that you were going to sacrifice me? That's what I mean. That's why I said you the devil. Now, I'm going to end this right here. I don't want to make it too long. But I just wanted to make this because, see, I know he listens. I know he watched my videos. Because he knows it. And he's a liar. He say, oh, I don't have no fake page. Stop making them fake pages. Just be real and come out and put your own face on them. Okay? Stop wearing your mask. Put your mask down and come on out, devil. Come on out, rapists. Okay? You all have a nice day to make this little short video.